Now moving out of our home situations, we're going to talk now about our thick net client and our thin net clients. Now, when we're talking about a thick net client, we want to think of like a fully usable by itself computer that we can connect onto the network and use in a network enterprise and type environment. While we do have some applications installed on our thick net client, we don't need all of our full versions of our applications. Some of those we can run off of our network. We want to make sure that we do choose a computer that can meet the recommended requirements for running Windows, at least. The amount of RAM and the type of processor, we want to be able to have that up to par in order to run our Windows program. And we also want to make sure that we have the current versions of some of our desktop applications, Office, Adobe, Internet Explorer, applications such as that. And really, we don't need anything more intensive than that for our ThickNet client. We're not going to be using that actual computer's resources to run as many programs as our graphic computer or gaming computer. We just need that to act as sort of a thick client to be able to connect over to our network and run some of our applications. In addition to our ThickNet client, we also have a thin client. We're going to have our standalone computer, but it really runs most of its applications by connecting through our network to our central processing server. So we're really just going to have very basic low-level applications, a low-level document processor and, say, an internet browser. The only other requirement our ThinNet client needs as far as specifications for its processor or its amount of RAM is just the minimum requirement we need in order to run whichever version of Windows our environment is running. As we can see, out of the two of our ThickNet client or our ThinNet client, our ThinNet client is really going to be a streamlined version of that ThickNet client. So we just have the minimum applications, the minimum requirements necessary on that computer in order to get it running and get it connecting to that central processing server.